practice my movie poster design skills, I implemented something that Jerry Seinfeld said that he did, to get better at writing jokes, where he wrote a joke every single day for a number of weeks or a year or what have you. Um, so I told myself for the next 3 weeks or whatever, I was going to design a movie poster every day when I could like fit it in, if that was before work or after work or whatever. And one of those posters was a um, version of Hungry Hippos, if it was like a horror film, because that's when like Battleship came out. Um, and I just thought that was a cool kind of concept, but I've always liked to twist things into a darker form. Um, so as part of that process, I did a Hungry Hippos, into a scary movie. Fast forward, that internship, I ended up landing the internship. We went out, lived out in California for 3 months. It was crazy experience, super cool. And then fast forward to last year when COVID hit. My job, the last 12 years, I've been a designer for the music industry, designing T-shirts for musicians going out on tour. With the tour industry closed because of COVID, I essentially didn't have a job. So I was going through my hard drive one day to update my portfolio or just like, look at stuff. And I came across that Hungry Hippos poster. And I was like, wow, we've gotten a lot better at Photoshop since then. And I'm bored. So I'm going to redo this poster and like, compare and contrast to see how much better I've gotten. I really got into that concept once I finished that first poster. So then the very next day, I started on the Shoots and Ladders poster, and then I finished that one in a couple of days, and then I was like, Mousetrap would be hilarious. So now I started building like the Mousetrap in 3D Photoshop. I was taking photos of myself like on my office floor. I'm just jacking around because I literally just want to work in Photoshop, and I haven't had a job in months on end. And then I started building the Candyland one, and I posted all four of them on Facebook, and literally, man, I want to say 3 months went by. I kind of forgot, about them. October came around, and somebody came across them on Facebook and shared them into this horror fan group, and I woke up to that post on Facebook being shared like 300,000 times in
Wow.
a span of like 24 hours. And I was just like, hello? Uh, uh, I did these 3 or 4 months ago. I guess the timing was right. Somebody, it was, October, and then my posters because I really didn't have anything to do. So that's where it stems from. The Monopoly that you're watching here was kind of the last one. And then I kind of got burnt out. Just kind of like that's all I was doing there for a while. I took the initial set, I got them printed. I started doing some conventions. They didn't sell all that well. A lot of just comments. Oh, I saw these on Facebook. They're so cool, and um, all that. So I kind of got burnt out on the concept, and then somebody posted them on TikTok, and they blew up again. And so now I've got this big now I've got this TikTok channel that I screw around on, and a bunch of creators on TikTok were like posting the same posters and getting millions of views, and I couldn't get those types of views.
Right.
So then I just did Connect Four and Sorry to try to like boost my own TikTok. So those are the two newest ones. I've got ideas for more, but we'll
And
see how it goes.
I love them too. But talking about, COVID and and mental health, like how did that kind of help you get through last year? Because last year was a struggle for a lot of people. I know,
Yeah.
looking into finding your video last year kind of was a perfect distraction for me because I'm seeing all this great content out there. And initially, I didn't know it was you. I had to do my research because you know how when things get posted on social media, it takes a life of its own and you can't find the
Oh
original
yeah.
content creator. But luckily, I was able to find you and reach you. But yeah, just take me to that process of, you know, getting this inspiration to do stuff like this in the middle of COVID.
Yeah. You know, COVID was a smack in the face by itself, but it came off of I had just gone through an unexpected divorce with my partner that I had been with for 13 years. Um, so I was going through that. My mental health wasn't really good, and what I was holding on to was my work. So then COVID came in and was like, "You don't have your work now either." So I was really like, um, not in the best of shape. Uh, so when I came across this old Hungry Hippos poster, that was the first kind of like I was just kind of like I was doing something for myself again. Um, and I guess I really just like latched onto the concept, and it really made me happy.